Ever since zombies started to dig, underground bases have been kind of a death trap. But I've got a theory I want to test. How you doing? I'm Rebel, and welcome back to 7 Days. Underground bunkers aren't really the best tactic anymore, and I'll admit this is far from a flawless design. But we're gonna see how the zombies react to it. The idea is to give them a clear path to me, but drop them into a pit where hopefully they cycle back to the start instead of digging through the dirt. We're gonna see if we can keep them in a loop, or if this whole thing just falls apart. Let's get underground and start the test. It has been too long since I've done a Horde Base build, and this isn't a guarantee of me getting back into a Horde Base build every single week, as much as I would love that. But these videos, the Horde Base builds, actually take a really long time to make, so I think what I'm gonna do is start out slow. I'm gonna try to get back into building a base every once in a while, but I wanna get back into doing it more consistently. I really enjoy building bases here. What's going on with the draw distance? Did they change something? For some reason, my draw distance is garbage. From up here, I used to be able to see, actually from up here, I used to be able to see all of my bases. Did they change something? They had to have changed something. Yeah, I don't know. They must have changed something. I got my settings almost all somewhat maxed out, but I used to be able to see all of my bases from this one perch. So before we start the build, something I wanted to address is I already know that underground bunkers aren't the best practice for horde bases because zombies dig. They're not impossible, it's just they're a lot more tedious to build because you have to make sure every single block is in the right space, and you have to make sure they have a direct, clear line of pathway to get to you. And also, super high structures are also pointless because zombies will literally just beat away at your foundation and collapse the pillar. And also, the actual amount of damage that happens when a zombie falls is kind of pointless. So just to demonstrate how pointless base building super tall is, she's 119 health, right? If we both fall the exact same rate,
I can't fly.
I gotta stop myself. She drops to 79 and I would have died. 100% would have died. Blocks are falling on us. So the point of having the zombies fall isn't actually for the zombies to take damage. Obviously they do take a little bit of damage when they fall, and with enough cycles I think they'll die. I don't know, it might be a percentage now. But the point of the looping horde base isn't necessarily, or the cycling horde base, whatever you want to call it, isn't to kill the zombies. It's to keep them off of you long enough to where when they cycle back up to meet your face, you got enough time to put some bullets in them and do some damage. I think we're gonna start our base right here, right next to the burnt forest and right next to the desert. Probably a mistake. So since zombies now attack the tallest pillar, I figured, what if we build a base that doesn't have pillars? It has definitely been too long since I built a horde base because all of the dev tools that I use to build some of these bases, I'm getting confused by. It's pretty bad. All right, so this is gonna be their entranceway, not their pit. This is gonna be how they get into my base. So let's start with the stairs. Let's see if we can actually measure this out, see how much further we need to go. All right, I screwed up. Now I gotta fill this whole thing in by hand. I accidentally deleted the blocks. I didn't mean to delete them. Yeah, it's definitely been too long since I built a horde base because I'm even messing up the actual use of the dev tools. I'm deleting blocks when I don't mean to, but hopefully I'll get back into the swing of it soon. Like riding a bike, right? I guess that whole thing didn't really need to be dug out. You could have just left a stairway going down, but I figured it was easier to dig. It would have been quicker rather than digging each layer on a slope than to just dig a giant massive ditch for them. All right, so this is how they're gonna get into the actual base. I missed a whole layer.
The bowler is not going to use those stairs.
What kind of texture is that? All right, so there's the starting entrance of the base. Zombies will make their way down the stairs, through a fighting platform, through like a single pathway, up to my pillar, fall into a pit, have to recycle and go back up the stairs and try again. I'm hoping. All right, but now we need to dig them the pathway. I think 7 blocks should be a good enough pathway. Yep, that'll work. All right, that'll work for their pathway. Because we're gonna have whole side centers here. We're gonna advanced rotate these. All right, so this is gonna be their pathway. All of this down here is gonna be dug out, and they're gonna have a way back up to this little landing, the little platform right here that I'm standing on. They're gonna have a ditch and then a stairway that leads all the way back to here. But my bunker is gonna be like right in here. All right, now I got their pit dug out. Now I need to turn this into a fighting position. All right, it is definitely gonna get a little cozy in here because the ceiling is kept low intentionally, just so that the zombies don't have an opportunity to throw anything, so that if Chuck does show up, when he does throw, he's not gonna be able to actually get a whole lot of arc on his throw. And we want to be able to scaffolding ladder off the front. Because it's gonna be so vertically claustrophobic, I'm trying to give myself as much horizontal room as I possibly can. All right, here is the basics of our fighting position. So the zombies come down the stairs, make their way this way. Hopefully, I need to get like a robo turret, robo sledge. I need to get a robo sledge in here so that when I'm fighting and they get knocked off the side, they fall. And then we're gonna build them a stairway that leads right back up to here. If they do end up destroying their own pathway, it just kind of traps them into a pit, so it's not really that big a deal. Like, I'm not huge on AFK bases. I do like the cycling bases though, the bases that will keep the zombies cycling through. The point of those bases isn't to get the zombies to take damage. Obviously, if they take damage, it's a bonus. But the point of the cycling bases where they just constantly, they go up to your fighting position, fall somehow, and then have to turn around and go back to the start and cycle back. I love those bases just because they just work too well. I think that's actually the best style base that you can build with the AI designed the way it is. The underground bases, they're fun to build, they're fun to play around with, but if everything isn't perfectly, meticulously planned out, the zombies will just start to dig and you're gonna have a rough night. I don't know how this is gonna work out, so I might be having a rough night. If they fall out of here, make their way down, they don't even have to go all the way down. If they fall, I'm sure they're gonna tumble a little bit due to ragdoll, and then they have to come back up, cycle back around to the front. I have a feeling that this pillar right here, somewhere in here, is gonna take a lot of damage, like right here. To stop that pillar from taking damage, I think that'll work. So now the zombies can't have a direct, that might be too close still, but I think that'll work. Still think it's gonna take some damage, but hopefully I'll be able to repair it. Do I have a nail gun on me? Let's just do a little test here. If I shoot that block, can I repair it from here? Nope, it's too far. What is the damage? Where can I repair to? Repair that one, repair that one, repair that one, repair that one, just out of the distance. All right, so those purple blocks, those are the ones that are at risk of me not being able to repair them. All the rest of the ones I can actually get to and repair. Those purple ones are gonna be a problem. I think I need to get rid of these stairs right here. We can't have the stairs right next to the pillar. Otherwise, they will 100% just start beating away at that pillar. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. Now the zombies can't even, like, obviously they'll be able to jump, but that'll protect those stairs a little, or this pillar a little bit further. I wish you could adjust the actual angle at which he sweeps. I think he sweeps way too far to one side. Yeah, that should be good. So if they're right in my face, I gotta take care of them. But other than that, Robo should knock them off. I honestly don't think that much else is really severely needed in terms of building a base. I think that would actually work just like that. I do think we would probably benefit greatly from adding in a electric fence post just to slow them down just a little bit, give Robo a little bit higher of a chance to take him out. What do you think? Should I put in an electric fence? Yeah, it'd probably be smart. All right, so let's try this. We need the caboose to be accessible to us. So we're gonna have it run from down there to up here maybe. Can I get to that? Can I see it? So if that takes damage, I can repair it. We need a wiring tool and a generator and some gas and a switch and some engines. We're just gonna run one electric fence post, so it's probably only need one engine to be honest. Probably don't even need that much. I'm trying to think of like where, if a cop spits at me and it gets through the bars or a demo explodes, where's it gonna take the least amount of damage? Maybe like right there. Who knows? We'll go from the generator to the switch to the electric fence post, the electric fence post, up top. And last but not least, just so that we're not blind down here, let's put in a light. Now, if I turn this on, flip our switches, that's our electric fence post. That should be live now. Yep. Flip our lights.
Hey, I can see.
Yeah, that'll work. Now we just gotta paint it up and make it look pretty. I was thinking about putting in like a grenade chute right there, but if I put in a grenade chute, it's gonna just, like my blocks are gonna take damage. I don't think a grenade chute's gonna help. I think if we put in a grenade chute and I start chucking grenades down there while they're down there, the blocks are gonna take too much damage. Maybe if I upgraded it to steel, then I might do that, but not with concrete. I think the blocks are gonna take way too much damage. I'm glad I noticed this giant lip right here. I'm gonna have to build like a small little wedge block. Yeah, we gotta make sure that they can actually get into the base. So I think what I'm gonna do is just build them a little tiny ramp to get in here. It's not the prettiest, but it don't look too bad. Gives them a clear path in and out of the base. Now we can go back to finish painting it. All right, I think that's it. I think it's all painted and looking nice, I think. So the zombies will make their way up and then down. Make their way across the beam, get hit with the electric fence post, and then hopefully Robo will knock them off the edge. Maybe they'll ragdoll all the way down. That's the plan. And then they have to actually climb all the way back up. Turn around, try to cycle again. Don't know if this is gonna work. This might be a catastrophe, but it's only one way to find out, right? All right, we didn't use anything other than concrete, so I think we got our setup good here. I can actually ditch the steel club. I don't need the steel club because these bars suck, and I think I should actually tear the bottom row out.
Multiple minor adjustments might keep you alive.
Yeah, we're not done yet. So when I'm tearing the bottom row out here, these blocks, zombies can actually squeeze through them, and I don't want zombies to be able to get into this base at all. So we're gonna tear those out and put in regular, standard-facing scaffolding ladders. Yeah, that way they can't squeeze through, which means now I need the paintbrush again. So we got the steel spear, a pistol, a 44, auto shotty, SMG, tactical assault rifle, and a cross-pound bow. I think I'm forgetting something. I always forget something. I think we should be good though, right? Nail gun, first aid bandages, ammo, and Healy and repairs. Haven't done this in a while, so I might die. Set time, day 70, 21:58.
Oh, you're going to die. And the zombies are just going to dig.
Welcome to the pillarless underground bunker. I'm really hoping this works, and they don't just dig on top of my head.
It won't. And they will.
Come on, zombies, find the way in. I don't hear any blocks breaking yet. They're tumbling over the sides. That's fine. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for being the first example in my base. Now we just gotta make sure that they cycle properly. Make sure that they actually go all the way around. Come up the stairs, which it looks like they are. This might get a little bit... I have demo already, that's not a good sign. This might get a little bit hairy here. Might have to do a lot of repairs. So yeah, the goal isn't to get the goal isn't for them to fall and take damage. The goal is for them to come up, let me plug them, put a couple rounds in them, and then let them fall off and cycle through and have to start over again. So it's just about doing a little bit of damage every time they pass through. I see that there's these guys down here. Stop beating away at the base. No stair beating, buddy. I think they're digging on top of my head. There's not enough zombies down here. And I think the only way to stop it, they're definitely digging on my head.
I told you.
The only way to stop it is, hey, if they're digging right in front of the base, that's fine. Just not over here. The only way to stop it would be to go above the ground floor and put...
Yeah, I saw those blocks breaking too.
And put concrete as a layer to where the whole, my whole underground bunker, like this whole bunker here, if there was a layer of concrete above there to stop them from digging, I want to go up front. I want them, if they're gonna fall, I want them to fall on that side. This is pointless if they're just gonna dig here. Let's set time day 1, 7 a.m. Kill all. Let's find out where they're at. Yeah, see, they're just all digging above my head. So if they... From here to there. This whole area just needs to be one solid thing of concrete. I was hoping this was gonna work, but this is the problem with underground horde bases, is no matter how clear of a path they have to get to you, they're gonna find it's easier just to dig. All right, I went through and filled in the area where they were digging. You can see all the dirt. I'm definitely not happy about it, but I don't think there's any other way around it. I went through and I put a whole bunch of layers of concrete over my head. You don't have to hurt me. Just to keep them from digging. I'm hoping that this works. It is now a ginormous cube of concrete over my head. So if they start digging now, there's a problem. All right, I just need to go away for a second just because I need that loot that was in my base. I need that to despawn. It was like all the loot bags that had dropped from me fixing the base. We're gonna go back to the start, see if this actually will. I know it's a time thing, but if I go all the way back to the start and then make my way all the way back there, it should actually, I'm hoping, get rid of that loot. Or if maybe I should just stay in the area. I forgot which one it was. I know time is a factor and distance is a factor. Sometimes if you go away, the loot bag counter stops. But if you go away too far, they'll just reset. I don't know what it is. If you go... I'm pretty sure that if you go away from your loot bag, the counter for the loot bag stops. All the loot that was in here, though, is gone. All right, so we're going to try this again. We have a giant cube of concrete above our heads. I didn't want to have to do that, but this is mainly just to show that when the zombies do cycle through, when they come up to your base, they get to the front, they get knocked off, they have to cycle back around to the front. This is mainly just to show that the actual getting knocked off isn't about the zombies taking damage. It's about them taking a little bit of damage that you're doing to them, having them fall over, having to go all the way back to the start, and then doing more damage, and that cycle just keeps repeating until the zombies die. That's the plan. Dev mode off, creative mode off, set time day 70, 21:58. Welcome to the pillarless Horde Base. And that was the other thing that I wanted to kind of test is, What happens if the zombies don't have a pillar underneath them to beat away at? Because that was their big change. They were saying that now that the zombies don't have a pillar, one of the big changes was that zombies attack the pillars of your base. If you're gonna build in the air, if you build underground, the zombies dig. If you build in the air, they attack the pillars. So they're trying to make it so that you can't have a horde base, I guess. They want you to just run around like a maniac on Horde Night. That's fine, but that's not my playstyle. That's not the way I want to play. That's not the way I have fun playing. So just let me play the way I want to play. I'm hoping when 3.0 does come out, I'm hoping, because it's going to have, from what I've been told, it's going to have a lot of sliders to change a lot of the variables within the game. So they're going to be able to, I think it's going to have like a zombies can dig. There's a zombie rage mode. Like you're going to be able to turn a lot of that stuff on and off, I think. I haven't actually seen the options yet, but that's what I think is going to happen. Come down the desired pathway, or don't show up at all. 42 minutes into Horde Night, and the zombies are digging away at the side of the building. Have fun with that rage mode. Stupid zombies. I love watching them fall. Like, it's cool that they're taking, some of them are taking the pathway, but I love watching them fall over the edge.
Rebel will feed me to the Horde if I forget to tell you to like and subscribe.
I wonder why they are falling, because I gave them a nice big pathway to come and get me. They're choosing not to take it. This is their fault, not mine. You guys can sit there all day long. Robo's got me. Have fun, Robo. It's your turn. I'll help you out. I'll help you out with the ones that get close, but this is all you, buddy. You got this. Hey, you missed one. I gotcha. And that guy's just ugly. Get him out of here. Bo, leave me alone, buddy. I think this is working out better now. I don't know for sure. I don't hear any zombies over my head, but it doesn't mean they're not there digging away, trying to get to me anyway. What do you think, chicken? Did we do a good job?
You're about to become worm food.
Yeah, probably. All right, these guys down here, let's try to refocus them up a little bit. That worked out great. I'm gonna use that just for that specific purpose. I stopped using the 7.62 because we're running out of ammo. Give that a little touch. I don't think I gave myself enough 7.62 for this Horde Night. Got too much 9mm and not enough 7.62. I love watching the zombies just tumble down the stairs, man. That's great. I can watch that all day. Anybody beating away at anything they shouldn't down there? Looks like we're still doing good. Not complaining. I haven't saw any chucks. I haven't saw any bees. And I haven't saw any cops. Definitely not complaining. I think I just saw a dog. Poor Puppo. Yeah, definitely just saw a dog. Hey buddy, how you doing? See if we can put you out of your misery. Not fair for you to be a zombie. All these other guys, they can stay zombies. Puppos? Nah. I just heard a block break, which I'm kind of scared about. I don't know if that's above my head or not. No idea, but we got 3.5 hours left of this, so I'm hoping... Took way too much 44 ammo too. 3.5 hours left of this, and I'm hoping that we built up enough to where they won't be able to get us. I could see them digging on the outside of the concrete that I built above my head, and then trying to get at me from the inside. I could see them doing that. I can see the zombies being that much of a pain. Yeah, it seems to me like they're getting a little bit light on the zombies here. I'm wondering... There we go, we got some more coming down. I'm wondering if they're digging Actually, there hasn't really been a big gap in the zombies in this run, but it just seems light, doesn't it? I got it set to max zombies. All right. Clear some of you guys out, and then we need to check the repairs. Arlene, she don't take a hint. Oh, we're doing great. Minus Bo beating us. Stay still, will ya? I hear those lumberjacks from all the way over here. I didn't get them. The zombies keep getting in my way. There we go, got them. Refocus, you guys. There's no point in you beating away at that stair. Hey, Arlene. Yeah, they beat a hole in those stairs. Have fun going in there. It's just a giant pit that leads you all the way down to the bottom. Hey, my favorite. 2 tough lumberjacks. Hey, we got triplets, quadruplets. I hope you guys had a nice holiday. Coming over here, destroying my Horde Base. You don't see me coming to your house destroying your Horde bases. You can go kick rocks. My least favorite zombie out of everybody. I'd prefer the demos over you. Hate the whites. And there's the cops. No. I know scaffolding ladder stops the cop spit, but... Come on, get out of my face. I feel better when I hide from the cop spit anyway. You guys are building up way too much. We gotta check repairs. These guys have been building up. Get out of here. Sir, biker, you're too strong, buddy. Mama, you're welcome. Goodbye. I don't think he got me, but I didn't hide from it. Come on, reload. This is getting a little bit too hairy now. You guys can beat away at the walls all you want. There's nothing over there. Biker, you just took a bag full of cop spit, buddy. Appreciate you. That one might have gotten me. Mama, cop. Have a nice trip, buddy. Party girl. Party's down there. White just took a bag full of cop spit. Construction worker. Go down there and fix something, will ya? It's getting torn apart down there. Tell these guys how to fix things. 1 more hour. We got this. Get out of here. Tired of you stupid zombies beating away at my base. Mama, you can always come here. Electric fence post is down. Gotta fix that right away. Thank you. Ooh. They did a number. I am glad that I checked that. Those numbers were a lot worse than I thought they were. Pathway's good. As much as it can be. Yeah, that 1 block has got to be destroyed from me. The one that's straight ahead of me, the one that you can't see because the cops keep spitting at me. You guys can go away. It's almost time. Almost time for you all to die. I think we survived. take a slug to the face and keep on kicking, huh? Mama, where were you with that one? You couldn't have blocked the cop spit? I got a job for you, fellas. Morning time. Now, you guys can all go away. Arlene had to get that one hit in there, huh? We got most of them out of there. I still hear them. They're digging somewhere. Let's go take a look. Mama, really? You're cute. So down below, that's where they're going. Oh, okay. So it would probably be smart if you didn't dig them a hole down here. No, don't spit on me. I saw that. Yeah, it would probably be smart if you didn't... They're hitting each other. If you didn't dig them a hole down here. Thank you. But... you got the job done. Ah! I don't have the health for this. Definitely don't have the health for this. I'm gonna die down here. No way. Can't die. I win! And there you have it. With just a few minor tweaks to the pathing, the experiment was a total success. It turns out that even in version 2.6, the underground is still a viable option, as long as you give the Horde a clear, unobstructed path back to the start. Watching them fall in that loop instead of chewing through my barrier was exactly what I wanted to see. The base worked as designed for this test, but I know that there's still room to make things even smoother. This isn't a flawless design yet, but the proof is in the pathing. If you like this episode, you know the rest of the deal. Like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, I'm out of here.